Hi, and welcome to this quick how to help video. It's the 7th in the percentages series. And it's really a little bit of a mop up. It's not necessarily the next hardest thing, but it is looking at a couple of questions that can come up on that exam that doesn't really fit the 1 tick 2 tick test. And I just wanted to make sure we had it covered. So this question here is asking us to express 48 as a percentage of 75. This is the type of question that lends itself to fractions. So when we're asked to express something as a percentage, we just want to be thinking in percentages, and that's when this can then feel tricky. If I actually consider the problem as a fraction first and then turn it into a percentage, it becomes much, much more accessible. So students in year 11 took a maths test. The maximum mark is 75 and Melissa scored 48. So her score is 48 out of 75. Getting that fraction is really easy. Changing a fraction into a percentage is requiring that. And if I'm on a calculator paper, I'm obviously just going to pop that straight in, and I've got my answer 64%. But obviously it may be on a non-calc, and I want to make sure that you are comfortable with what you would do here. So let's get to that stage. That's what the question would help me create. And then I'm going to look at the denominator. If I can change and manipulate this fraction so that the denominator would multiply up to make 100, then that is going to help me find that percentage. So I am going to divide by 3, because if I divide 75 by 3, I will get 25, and 25 will multiply by 4 to make 100. So that's why I chose that particular division. Obviously, whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. I want to keep the fraction equivalent. 48 divided by 3 is 16. And then I'm going to times through by that 4. 4 times 25 is 100. Make sure I do it to the top. And I've got 64 out of 100. And if it's already got that 100 on the bottom, then the numerator is the percentage. So my answer, 64%, is coming out as well. So that's quite a good way of trying to manipulate your fraction to get to that 100. Okay, the other question that we're going to look at on this video is one that's starting to creep in a little bit more, actually. So Paul got 72 marks in a maths test. 72 is 60% of the total number of marks. So what this is telling me is that 72 marks is 60%. If I've got to work out the total number of marks, I need 100%, not just 60. So this lends itself to the boxes and labels method. So I'm going to divide through by the trapped number, and the other two can go in any order I choose. I could have put the 100 as the numerator. So the box is giving me the structure I need to set up the maths I need to do. Okay, so we've got help videos on boxes and labels to help you develop an understanding of them and to help you see where it can be used. It can be used anywhere it's proportional. So it's this fantastic tool, absolutely fantastic tool. Okay, now if I've got a calculator, I'm literally just going to shove that in the calculator and it's going to give me 120. So total number of marks would be 120. If it's not, then I could still manage fairly easily and do the maths that I've created. So 72 over 60 times 100. Multiply along the top, divide by the bottom is the rule when you're doing a fraction of an amount. So this would give me 7,200 divided by 60. Now cross off the matching zeros and then look at, before going straight into bus shelter, just see if the 6 will go into the digits that you can see. 6 into 72 will go 12, and then that last final 0 here will just go on the end here. And I've got to that 120 again really quite easily. An alternative way, just in case you would like to see a different way, you'd be setting it up the same. I think I'll do it over here. You've got 72 marks, and that's worth 60%. So you could be thinking, okay, I'm going to get this down to 10% by dividing by 6. And I must do the same on this side, which will get me to the 12. And then I'll times it by 10 to get to the 100%, times it by 10 to get to the answer, 120 marks. Okay, so a couple of different ideas there for answering that. I hope that you have found this useful. We've just got one more in the series, and that will be percentages covered. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this Target Maths video.